Hi, Nita here, Fearless Nita, coming to you with VEDA Day 10. Today I wanted to talk about my top 3 podcasts. But before we get started, I want to remind you to be sure to like and subscribe down below. So click that thumbs up button down there as well as the subscribe button. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel and also like my videos. That helps with growing my channel. So I'm going to start with my number 1, which is Therapy for Black Girls. It is a podcast on mental health, personal development, and just the overall talk around therapy and the good that it can do in our community, the Black community. It has a stigma to it, but the doctor that runs this, her name is Dr. Joy Harden Bradford. She does have an Instagram as well, and the Instagram is at Therapy for Black Girls also. And again, it's a mental health resource for Black women. It's really for anybody who wants to listen, but I know it caters to Black women. Podcast number 2, Righteous and Ratchet by Kev on Stage and Doughboy. I stumbled upon this podcast really through YouTube. So I follow Kev on Stage on YouTube. I love their topics, a lot of pop culture as well as religion, spirituality, hence the name Righteous and Ratchet. It kind of talks about the balance between the two with a lot of comedic commentary as well as serious topics and everything. I really enjoy that podcast. Whenever I need a pick-me-up or just want to hear some insight about what's going on, I listen to that podcast. I feel as though when I'm listening to them, I'm talking to the people on the podcast. Sometimes they will have people there that they're interviewing, but mostly a conversation between two best friends that are just talking about different topics along the way. And it's really good. So if you're looking for something lighthearted that'll get you to laugh, but also has a little seriousness to it as well, that's a good podcast to follow. So Righteous and Ratchet. And podcast number 3, Is This Going to Cause an Argument? That's the name. Is This Going to Cause an Argument? It is a podcast led by a married Black couple, and they are basically just talking about life. Life as a married couple, life having kids. It's almost like a lifestyle blog. It's almost like a lifestyle podcast that talks about just life in general. They talk about a lot of family topics, raising kids, the things that they encounter with raising their kids. I know recently they were talking about their son not really having that graduation end of year send off for his 5th grade closeout, at school. And he'd been going to the school since he was in kindergarten, and just how he was emotionally mature enough to understand the importance of why he was no longer going to be, he wasn't going to finish out the year. And just talking about how things relate to raising kids, the impact we have on them, their mental health and wellness and so forth. So another good one there. The couple's name is, let me get this right, Marcus and Angel Tanksley. I always say Tankersley, but it's Tanksley. So Marcus and Angel Tanksley. They have a really good podcast. Yeah, that's it. Well, let me give you one more. I know I said 3, but here's a bonus. I also listen to Bishop T.D. Jakes' sermons. I listen to those either on YouTube or on podcasts, especially when I'm traveling. When I was traveling, I used to listen to them all the time when I would be away and I need that spiritual pick-me-up. His podcast has his sermons on there. A lot of the times they are cut down into like 30-minute or maybe a little bit over increments. So there'll be a part 1, part 2 to his sermon. So those are really good if you wanted to listen to those. So that's available as well. So yeah, those are my podcasts that I listen to. A little bit of everything. Leave a comment down below and tell me what podcasts you listen to, if you listen to any. And if you don't, are you interested in going that route? I know the whole audio book podcast thing is really taking off. So that's something to consider. So that's the end of this one. I hope to see you back again tomorrow for Veda Day 11. But as of right now, this is Veda Day 10. Thanks, y'all. Bye.